there has to be some weight training involved, especially ladies, because you have to build bone mass, right? And I don't know if most of you know that after the age of about 32, you stop building muscle on your own. Your body just doesn't do it anymore. So we have to do it by using weight training or regular body weight type exercises. So the only way to do that, so you have to be creative and do that. And the more muscle tissue you have, the faster your metabolism will run, and the more likely you will be. I mean, let's face it. Everyone here, me included, wants to. I always say I like to lose 10 or 15, maybe 20 pounds. You know, everybody. They look at themselves and say, "Hey, how are you? Good." So, Mike, want to grab a seat?
No, I can't stay. So
okay. So, where was I? So anyway, so it's all about working out, and I mean, do you want to be super fit, reasonably fit, or a slug? Right? And I'm not saying that you have to be able to run marathons or lift massive amounts of weight every day to get where you need to be. To be reasonably fit or to stay where you are 3 days a week. If you want to be stronger, leaner, faster, feel more energetic, then it's got to be most days a week. All right. So weight training 2 days a week, some type of cardiovascular most days a week. 5 days a week, I would say, and one rest day for sure. One rest day where you don't do anything. Let your body, because we don't get stronger by lifting weight, we get stronger through rest. Okay, so you kind of, actually when you're lifting weights, you're doing these little micro tears in your muscle fibers, and the only way for your muscle to repair itself is rest. You don't do it by going back out and training the same body parts. So, do we need a gym? Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Okay, we don't need to train in a gym. If you have hands, roughly 2.5, 3 pounds, so if you're just lightly starting, you can use those. And I know these are the oldest tricks in the book, but if you fill this with water, it's 8.6 pounds, I believe. All right, I mean, don't quote me exactly, but it is 8 pounds. Okay. If you fill it with sand, I believe it's 12. Okay, so that could be your weight. Tons of things you can do with this thing. It's just incredible. So let's talk about what we should do. Major muscle groups we should work. Legs, for sure. Biggest muscle group. This is what supports the whole body right here. For us to stand here, we gotta have a strong lower body, all right? Strong core to support the spine, and then we want chest and back. Okay. So let's talk about some leg exercises. Leg exercise.
Where we go?
Sure.
Exercise. I get the good chair.
Oh, the good chair. I may pick you out of class and say you got some push-ups.
I don't think so.
So anyway, so let's get back to legs. So leg support exercise. So squats, regular squat. Feet are about a little, maybe more than hip width apart. And like my boot campers, I can tell them, sit back in the chair. Come on up. All right. Sit back. Come on up. See, if you notice, my knees are not going forward. Okay. So most people, when they squat, they do this. We want to. I like to say lead with the butt. Like you're going to sit in a chair. And like I told my boot campers last night, when you're 70 and you can still do this, you're less likely to break a hip. Sitting down on the toilet, and you miss, fall, break your hip, and then it all starts. Bitter end starts from there. It's the truth. I tell you. Once somebody older breaks their hip, it starts to unravel from there. All right. Another good leg exercise are lunges. So what I would like to say is hands on our hips. All right, we're going to lunge backwards, lunge, then alternate. Okay. Why I like the backward lunge is when I lunge back, my knee can't go forward. Right? Because this, for what happens is you lunge, my knee stays behind my toes, so you're not going to stress out your knees. All right. And the other rule is you don't want to come down, touch the floor with this knee. Okay? So come back. Alright, you do 2 sets of those, 15 to 20 reps. That's my boot campers that were last night. They feel it. They can feel it. Alright?
Yes.
Okay. So there's tons of different things you can do too. You can buy, so when we're doing squats, you can put weights in your hands. This will be our 8 or 10 pound weight. So we squat, we lift up. We squat, we lift up. All right? Or if you lunge, you turn. Okay? You lunge, you turn. That's affecting our core. All right? Where the middle of our core, we really want to focus too. You can do presses. So say this is our weight here. You can actually squat and then press. Okay? Squat and press. Okay? That involves our shoulders. Okay. So let's move on to our next body part, which I would say chest. Okay? Chest is any type of pushing exercise that we would do. Okay? So if you have an exercise ball at home, and I apologize, I don't have one with here today. It's all packed away in my closely renovated house, but not there yet. You can use the ball or a bench. You can use a coffee table. You can use the floor as your bench. Anything that's going to support your weight. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay back, and you're not going to get this on film, but you're going to lay back on the floor.
Sure I am.
All right? And your hands will be here, like this at a 90 degree, and you'll press the weights up. Okay, that is a chest press. Okay, if you'd like to see with weights. So here, pressing up. Okay, again, 15 to 20 reps of this exercise. All right. But if say you don't have weights at home, you can do the push-up. All right. Now, there's many different ways. If we haven't done push-ups for you, stand away from a table that's really stable. You may want to push it against the wall. Or if you have a radiator at home, just get against the radiator and lower. Press. Lower. Okay, if you're not there, you can also do this. That's still pushing. All right? When you can do 20 of these without stopping, then you can start and do 20 of those. Alright? Okay, if we're going to go to the floor, a couple different floor variations. Okay, all fours, I like to spread my knees wide apart, my feet together. Okay, and if I was a beginner, I would just lower my nose and then press up. Lower my nose to the floor and press up. Okay? Next variation would be modified, and I know everyone calls these the girl push-ups, but that is not true. Okay? I just got done doing these push-ups because I had shoulder surgery, so, alright. So then this is you're lowering the chest to the floor, and then up. Leaving my neck out of it, like I say, because a lot of people like to do this, right? You want to lower the chest. Back up. Lower down. Back up. Full version, okay, is down, up, staying in plank position, all right? And if you want to get fancy, you can change hand positions, all right? You can change hand positions by like this, all right? Hitting the muscle in a different way each time. You can do this where we're really pushing, keeping our arms back. Just hits the chest in a different way. All right. That push-up also gets rid of the flabby arm, right? That everyone gets if they don't do some kind of exercise. And 90% of my ladies that do it, the first thing they say, what do I do about that? Chest exercises. Okay, tricep, smaller muscle group, all right? Chest, your triceps are your assisting muscle group in your push exercises. All right, so your push-up, your assisting muscle group is your tricep. All right, so when you do a pull-up, you're working the major muscles in the back, but the bicep is the assisting muscle group in that. So that's why I always say if you work major muscle groups, you get a total body workout. Okay, so you work your legs, your chest, your back. You work your arms because you do the chest press and the back pulls. Now it's nice if you have the time to isolate those different muscle groups, but if you don't have time, you're pressed for time, and I know everybody is. No one wants to spend an hour in the gym or at home doing different things. So. All right, so back exercises. Grabbing a 12-pound weight or a can or whatever, and you're gonna support your body weight with one arm. You're gonna do one arm rows. So some people call these lawnmower pose. Or, okay, so you're weighing it down. Okay, and other side. Okay, 15 to 20 reps on each side. Unfortunately, we don't have any tools here where we're going to actually do a pull-up. So those, with all that, a pull-up on any type of bar, it's one of your best exercises you can do as well. The other way to do a back pull is to go in plank, and you can go plank on your knees, but go in plank, and what I like to do, and you people will find out sometimes.
Oh, great.
Plank, you row, and down. Then you row, down. Then if you want to get fancy, you can row, and then T, and then, all right? So that's what it's called being creative. But you can do this on your knees, so it doesn't have to be full out any variation. There's always different variations to do all these exercises, okay? But you don't, like I said, you don't have to have a gym membership to do it. Everything that we've done here, you can do at home. All right, so let's talk a little bit about cardio. So maybe some of us are runners, maybe some of us aren't, maybe cyclists or whatever. Well, maybe are walkers. All right, a lot of us walk. All right, so it's been snowing out for 4 days and I can't get my cardio in. What are we gonna do? How about stair climbs? You have stairs in the house. 20 minutes up and down the stairs. And if that's not enough, put a knapsack on your back, throw 4 or 5 cans in, 20 minutes up and down the stairs. There's your cardio. All right? It doesn't have to be, well, I have to go for a run or I have to go for a walk. All right? Do your vacuuming or cleaning of your house as fast as you can do it. 20 minutes, as fast as you can do it. I mean, it's still exercise. And that's what you want to think about. You got to be consistent about what you want. If you want to make changes in your body, you have to be consistent. Consistently doing something every day, with the exception of 1 day per week. Now I know that it doesn't have to be a full-out workout, so we don't, the days that we do strength training, if you just want to do strength training that day, just do strength training. You don't have to do cardio. All right, so my little workout plan would, if I was new, I'd do my long walks for 1 hour on Sunday. All right. On Monday, I might do strength training. Take Tuesday off. Wednesday, I do another walk interval session, maybe hill repeats or stair climbs. So 25 minutes of that. So we want to get the heart rate up a little higher, raise the heart rate. That's how we're going to make changes in our body, right? Getting that heart rate up, that's how we're going to get stronger. Okay, do that for 20 minutes. And then on Thursday, I would do maybe another strength training session. Okay, then Friday, walk. Saturday, do another tempo type of walk where it's consistent. It's not fat burning zone, it's just above fat burning zone where you're mildly uncomfortable. Okay? So Sunday, LSD. Not drugs. Long, slow distance. Alright? So something for an hour, or 45 minutes to an hour. Strength train. Our next cardio day, or we're taking Tuesday off. Wednesday is a cardio day. We're going to do 30 minutes with 5-minute warm-up, 20-minute interval, you know, with like 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 2 minutes on, up to 20 minutes, 5 minutes cool down. We're done for that. All right. Thursday is strength training. Friday is another maybe cardio session. If you want to do it, it can kind of be, well, maybe I just don't want to do it that day. That's okay. And then Saturday could be tempo, mildly uncomfortable, keeping yourself in that zone consistently for 15 minutes to 20, but with a warm-up and cool down. All right. I know it's a lot. It really is. But if you're good with the computer, go online. It's really easy. You just, I mean, if I'm telling you all this stuff, it's really easy. I was a little scholar. So, okay, let's talk a little about the core. Core I think are so important, and everybody says, "Oh, thinks about the core." That means I got to do sit-ups. Well, you don't have to do sit-ups. They're good. They're great. There's nothing wrong with doing them. I like planks. All right, planks are well, a couple of different variations of plank. We can have plank full-on push-up position like this. Okay. All right. So if you notice, my back is not sagging, and I'm not up like this either. All right. So I'm here. You should be able to rest a glass of water right there. All right. So you're going to stay here for 20 seconds, being as long and tall as you can be like this, and you're going to press your heels back towards the back of the room and just kind of like engage your hamstrings and then pull your belly towards your back. All right, and you're going to stay there for 20 seconds. All right, and this will be the hardest 20 seconds of your life the first few days time to do it. Then you're going to come down and you're going to rest, maybe in child's pose for 10 to 20 seconds, and then you're going to go up and do it again. All right, you'll do that 3 times. Okay, so anytime you do strength training, I would include core exercises in that. All right, so we've worked the front, we worked the back, we got to work the sides. Okay, lots of different ways to work the sides, but we'll start with side plank today. So I like to start with this one on my elbow. All right, if you notice, my my shoulder is right over my elbow. All right, right, all the way straight down to the floor. You don't want to be here. Okay, that is going to cause some issues. You're going to get some tendonitis. You could tear a muscle. There could be all kinds of things wrong with that. Okay, so you can start with your knee bent. All right, you're on your elbow, and you're going to lift your hips high. All right, and then you could raise your leg if you wanted to, and you could raise your arm. All right, and you do that for 20 seconds. Come down for 10. Flip over to the other side. Okay, do that for 20 seconds. Come down, flip over to the other side. Do that twice. Okay. Another good core one is like I showed you earlier, and lunges are core work as well. So you could lunge and you could twist. Okay, along the way. All right. So we want to get rid of those love handles everybody talks about. All right. So you got to twist. All right, we all sit at our desks every day, and what's the worst thing about our desk chairs? They all turn. Right? Right, look it. Jesus just stops the body from doing what it's supposed to do. Right? I believe that the only way to stay young is you got to keep it young. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. All right? You have to do it. So, so today when we go back to work, take the stairs, forget the elevator. You know what I mean? That's just the way I work at Williams College. I'm the ground foreman. I have a lot of responsibility. That's the time I'm walking campus, because it's just easier than sitting in the car, getting in and out, and it gets me some exercise sometimes when I don't do what I'm supposed to. Because I'm just like you ladies. I don't always do. I can't tell you the last time I did a full-on workout since I started this home renovation. It's like they're so spotty and infrequent. So, any questions? Yes.
Where did you get that?
This. Okay, this is, well, Target. And the cool thing about this, it goes from 2.5 pounds. So 2.5 pounds to 12. All right, so this is obviously 12. That's 2.5. All right, $60. Okay, they make these all the way to 55 pounds. I have a set. Great. And the nice thing is, you just want to use the white little hand weights. You're up a couple pounds a piece, right? So yeah, it's really simple. You don't, like I said, but you can get the same 12 pounds right here with a sand in a water bottle, right? It doesn't. So that's just what of my meaning is. We don't have to have the big, expensive gym equipment to do what we need to do. Grab yourself a jump rope. Do intervals with a jump rope for 20 minutes. 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You'll forget what you used to do when you were 7 or 8 years old. But that's the kind of stuff that we got to do, right? We all have. If we live in the Berkshires, we live hills, right? You got hills anywhere you gotta go. If you want to get a workout in, go walk some hills. You know, and if you want to make it harder, walk faster. But it's just all I'm saying is, if you want to see gains, you have to be consistent. Just be consistent in what you do. And it'll happen. All right. You can get my. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you to review that week again.
That week.
You said it twice, but I didn't get it all.
Okay. If it's me, long slow distance on Sunday. So some kind of cardio distance, 45 minutes to 1 hour.
A long walk?
Long walk, right. Fat burn. So when we're exercising, when we're using oxygen to supply our blood and stuff, that's our fat burning mode. That's where we metabolize the best. We metabolize fat when we're working out with oxygen. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Long, slow distance. Monday we would do some kind of weight training workout. So squats, push-ups, back rows. All right. 15 to 20 reps twice each exercise. Then add some core. You know, a little core. All right. Tuesday we're taking the day off. Wednesday, I said we were doing an interval, right? 30-minute exercise, cardio exercise, okay? 5-minute warm-up. We're just say you're walking downstairs in your house back and forth for 5 minutes, making sure your muscles are good and loose, and you're gonna do stair climbs. 2 minutes on, come down to the bottom of the stairs and just walk around for 1 minute. 2 minutes on, come back down the stairs, walk around for a minute. You do that 5 or 6 times, all right? Then you cool down for 5 minutes, all right? So now that was Wednesday. Thursday, another strength training session like I just talked about. Friday, yoga. That's what I should have put in there. Yoga, stretch, right? It's a beautiful exercise, and what a way to relieve your mind. I mean, you talk about, it is. I mean, I love it too. I love to go. You know, like I said, I'm the tightest person in the room, but you know what? They're not there looking at me because they're there to relax their mind and do their stretching. Okay.
There's full classes available on YouTube as well.
Yes. And actually, you're offering them here right now, right too, with Amanda.
Yep.
Amanda, just a great triathlete, yoga instructor. She's got it all. Strong. She does boot camps. She just had. I mean, heck, she was 9 months pregnant. She was teaching boot camps.
Yeah.
She's, you know, and I think she had that baby and she was ready to go back out. You know, she's an amazing athlete. And then on Saturday we would do another cardio session, 20 minutes at least of what I said tempo, where we want to be mildly uncomfortable. All right, where you can talk if you had to, but you really don't feel like it. You know what I mean? Somebody's asking you a question like, I'm just going to get through this. Kind of like labor, maybe. I don't know. Never been in it, but
That's
maybe
more than
labor's different.
that's more than uncomfortable.
Right. So,
I have a question.
yeah.
What would you recommend for an alternative to the lunges? Because when I do the lunges, it actually hurts my ankles. Because I don't have
Squats? Squats body?
No, squats are okay as long as, because I'm not, having to manipulate my
Squat
ankle.
is actually, if you have an exercise ball, you put the ball against the wall.
Yep.
All right? Or you can actually do it against the
okay.
wall. And you got your legs out here, and you slide down the wall. See where my knees are?
Yep.
All right? And then you push yourself back up. It's easier if you're on a ball because you get more resistance here.
Right.
Like this, but
Okay.
lunges. Maybe not go so deep. I mean, I like lunges. I mean, I don't know if you're going like real deep where to bother the back leg.
It's my ankle.
Yeah, the flexion in your ankle's not.
It
So
doesn't
maybe
bend
just
like it should.
you don't have to go back real far. You don't have to go. I mean, you don't have to do that.
Okay, so just, all right,
A mild
that might work.
supporting
Okay.
lunge. Just try, and then maybe as time goes on,
Either work it or something.
it'll become a little easier for you. Or get yourself in a position and you can just kind of just do these.
Oh, okay.
All right?
That'll work.
And then put the weights in your hands.
Yeah,
If you
definitely.
do those, you're working your shoulders.
Yeah.
Now we've done everything. All right? But I always say the shoulders, if I was going to forget about a muscle group to work, my shoulders are probably the weakest part of my body. But everything also comes through the shoulders too. So if you think about anything we're doing, always involves the shoulders in some kind of movement. So you can forget about that. There's time in the day. You just gotta make it.
Yes.
All right. Just think of it. 30 minutes. You know, there's time in the day. I know everybody's busy. There's time if you really want to do it. I mean, if you're at a hotel, you're away for the week, just go buy some resistance bands. You can do everything with the resistance bands too. All right. Any other questions? So I am a personal trainer, so I'm available. You can call me, and I'll be glad to set you up on a program, or come see a boot camp. I mean, we got one going now, so that's good. How you feeling today?
Good. I mean, sore, but I thought I was not gonna be able to walk.
And so that would mean that we went far enough where we're a little sore, but we're not so. And that's where I'm worried about exercise people. When you first start, if you haven't done any exercise in a long time, it doesn't take much to get sore.
Right.
And then what happens when you get real sore? The next day you say, "Ah, forget it,
Yeah,
I'm the back
right.
burn." All right, so go mildly at the start, okay, and then as you go deeper and deeper into your program, as time goes on, by 5 or 6 weeks, you'll feel a difference. To me, fitness is not about being Charles Atlas or running a marathon, even though I like to do that kind of stuff. To me, is being the person. You've got a kid in one arm, 2 bags of groceries in the other, and you got to walk up 2 flights of stairs. You can do it. You know what I mean? And that's about fit. That's life fitness. And that's what I'm talking about. Heck, we're all putting money away for retirement. Let's make sure we get a chance to use it. All right. That's the way I feel. I really try to. I started at 30. I think it was 33 years old. And Caroline vouched for me. I used to drink a lot. All right. I was a bad. I used to drink a lot. I used to smoke. All that. I've run 3 marathons in the last 3 years. I've done 100-mile bike rides. I've done triathlons, whatever, and just, you can change yourself. You can just take some dedication, all right? But you don't have to run marathons either. Please don't take it as all I'm saying. You don't have to. Trust me, marathons can be as hurtful as not exercising. All right? That's the other extreme. That's Laurie. When she finished her, she spent 2 days in the hospital. Well, she had a heart issue after the marathon because she drank too much caffeine. And then when she came here, as soon as you say heart issue, whoop, you're in the hospital. And then her blood enzymes were all off, because anybody's would be. Your liver enzymes are all off because you just messed with your body for the last 5 hours. So, but if you want to start a run, I have a lot of run-walk programs. We had great success last year, and this may be something you want to do.
Yeah.
We started a Couch to 5K group last year,
Yes.
and we had 6 people that finished, and we had great success with it. But like I said, you don't have to run either. You know what I mean? But if you do have some interest, let me know. We'd be glad to give you a hand on that. Anything else? Thanks, ladies.
All right.
That's a half hour.
Yay, thank you.
Good.
Thank you.